Remember Driller from Chicago? Big wise, good money shit, man. Wick is lit, coming soon. We out here in Cali vibing, no jumper, man, you know? Don't f with him.
That be going crazy.
I know I be trolling. I'm gonna show you how to troll, though. Come on.
That nigga dead, nobody care about what he did or what he said. Man, his homie killing ants, but shit, at least them niggas slid. I can't tell you what I did, no cap, cause most of them niggas dead. I can't tell you what I did, cause I'll probably be in the feds, gang shit. Better ask about drill wick, I change shit, change whips. Hit a few niggas up with the same blick. I just ran up 30,000 last week, ain't changed fits. When it's violence in my community, you already know they blame wick. Hey, Chino felt that fat could run no more, he thought it was over. 2 blocks, I'm like 2 pistols, he knew it was a close one. Goofy came my block, he got one off, but now he toasted. Glock 23, I call it tally, cause this bitch a blower. Druid really grew up my overtext and I ignored her. Take pictures with all my fans, fuck that, my supporters. Start my bitch a biz, she scratch off goals and I support her. Call my phone's 100 in, what's the order? Boy, this shit ain't new to me, I've been spending on the ops. Druid, he a bastard, I ain't grow up with a pops. I was out ditching school, testing my accuracy on they block. They say, why they call you drills? Cause I really been on the lot. Shooters know the shooters, and the killers know the killers. You niggas don't look familiar, I don't know none of you niggas. And I'm jumping out on feet, but caught my first one out the window. And if we ain't DOA him, then he was fighting in a spittle. Seen shit walk him down, the gun jammed, he thought it was over. Melly died, a nigga hit in his head, but God was over him. Rock had put fin them niggas crazy, cause he folded. Ten ain't had to say shit when he got that room, but he told it. Boy, this shit ain't new to me, I've been spending on the ops. You niggas ain't kill shit, videos the only thing you drop. I'm a low-end terrorist, I really spit every block. Call me Druid Osama, I done went up on all the ops. That nigga dead, nobody care about what he did or what he said. Man, his homie killing ants, but shit, at least them niggas slid. I can't tell you what I did, no cap, cause most of them niggas dead. I can't tell you what I did, cause I'll probably be in the feds.
Every big plan.
I've been driving a cab here for 30 years, and I'm telling you, you don't walk around here at night. Yes, sir. He'll kill you and strip you in 10 seconds flat.
I'm a trophy round this bitch, nigga. They call me big homie. Master level, bro, you drop me, you get like 10 bodies. Payroll let you celebrate it. Don't be his 10 body. Undefeated heavyweight, nigga, I think I'm big baby. Half a brick, slapped it all grams, these horns go crazy. Slap his bitch, knock down his man, Javante Davis. We hang niggas, cab the clan, come get your shit painted. Drop bodies and bags to plan, ain't nothing gon' change me. Rambo, I stand on my name, they know I pop shit. Dirty choppers at my mama house, she know we drop shit. Get in the streets, take will come with it. You bet not snitch, we slump shit everywhere in my city. I cannot flip. In the cell, 8 with his mans looking at his portrait. Like, damn, cuz, what happened to him? I know you salty. Sugar turn to shit, you get static with your partner. They start scratching with some pits. He can't shake up out that coffin. They was calling, trying to squash it. Don't want war with us. Mama house blew up. Dude got his noodle touched. At Gino's, caught him lacking. Took my 40, smacked him up. Man, y'all lucky we is on camera. I'd have built your ass up. We started stepping around this bitch. I bet they vouch for it. Little niggas look up to me. Don't know we dropped they big homies. Out of town hunt niggas. I always got my stick on me. I took a life when niggas took some shit from me. Gangsters move in silence. We don't post nothing. I promote violence. They go smoke some. Shit kill O'Neal. Where the AR get lows and go post up. My baby 24. R.I.P. Kobe. He gon' show up. Sit you next to Kobe, brother. Then scratch off doing donuts. Let giants sleep. Why y'all won't come fuck with me? These niggas spinning around, think they tough as me. Shooting shit from up the street. How could you ever think that you had nuts like these? Gonna be another chapter in our killing spree. Payroll, how you catch me, bro? You go crazy, I'm still stepping though. Smack this shit with hollows back to back and watch this head come off. 19, he got bodies, a real gangster. Gang, I'm vouching for him. They know my name, I threw this bitch for crushing shit. I ain't no local joke. Drop me, you gon' die. Bet my brother smoking shit, one of them niggas. Know my son gon' be a main character with his switch complete, not mission. You ain't right about your brother, but if I smack one of your bitches on camera, your pussy ass probably be laying in my bushes. We stay dangerous when in the chamber, bro. My mama raised a gangster. I'ma die dying. They gon' have my funeral at a stadium. It's us or y'all. I don't trust a soul. My city small, everybody related. Got cousins and brothers we don't know about. Lot of niggas getting money, I don't matter. Killers control the clout. I had static with millionaires when I was worth an ounce, couldn't get me dropped. chopped, I still got my glizzy out. Jumping, I'll be getting down. We hit the whole city with choppers, don't come through here. Playing around, my papa shot my daddy, cause it's in my blood to slang his arm. Long way from 8 balls, all that money gon' put us over the top. If you ain't CAB, you a op. That's just how we rock, race killers in the ghetto, call out of town, they come through, pop your top, nigga. You a op. That's just how we rock, race killers in the ghetto, call out of town, they come through, pop your top. You a op. That's just how we rock, race
I smoked up with the riders. Do a slide when we ride up. Stay inside or get fired up. To live and die in Chicago. Green light is a go. If I tell them to blow, I keep that metal close. That's how we ride in Chicago. I smoke dope with the riders. Do a slide when we ride up. Stay inside or get fired up. To live and die in Chicago. Green light is a go. If I tell them to blow, I keep that metal close. That's how we ride in Chicago. I was made in Chicago. I got paid in Chicago. Out of town getting counting confusions amounts, then it's back to Chicago. Been to Perry, LA, NY to A to me, they all great. But they not like Chicago. When them texting poetic, niggas turn into bitches like Chicago. Mel in my hollow. Pay hits, them hitters, it be at your address to see you tomorrow. Flexing, cutting up, they calling me Zara. She got some explaining to do, your boo calling me Ricky Ricardo. I be free on shorty, all I need is more weed, I get money like Marlo. My name is Louis, but they call me Tony, the god of Chicago. Got drillers for hitters, some real cool ass niggas that ride just like Taro. The away ain't no almost, to live and die in Chicago. I smoked up with the riders. Do a slide when we ride up. Stay inside or get fired up. To live and die in Chicago. Green light is a go. If I tell them to blow, I keep that metal close. That's how we ride in Chicago. I smoke dope with the riders. Do a slide when we ride up. Stay inside or get fired up. To live and die in Chicago. Green light is a go. If I tell them to blow, I keep that metal close. That's how we ride in Chicago. They say you can make it anywhere if you make it in Chicago. Alright. So don't take offense when I speak about murders and bitches, etc. I'm just speaking Chicago. The media people just eat it up, but really we want Chicago. Niggas be frontin', they move on, they can't even come to Chicago. And they from Chicago. Murder cappy of America, no murder rate like Chicago. My city influenced my country, can't get away from Chicago. They ask me, Louis, you gon' leave? No, I'm gon' stay in Chicago. I'm the hottest Chicago. I go hard for Chicago. Big pop in my city, get popped in my city, Tupac of Chicago. But I'm still alive though. Turn OYT pyro. Don't you come to Chicago? You get lost in Chicago. I smoked up with the riders. Do a slide when we ride up. Stay inside or get fired up. To live and die in Chicago. Green light is a go. If I tell them to blow, I keep that metal close. That's how we ride in Chicago. I smoke dope with the riders. Do a slide when we ride up. Stay inside or get fired up. To live and die in Chicago. Green light is a go. If I tell them to blow, I keep that metal close. That's how we ride in Chicago.
Man, say man, it's your nigga Lowski, bitch, man. That shit crazy, bro. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I guess about my shit was unplugged. No daddy. So like some of your mama's assholes. Now let's get back to the joint. Y'all already know, man. Hey, shout out to all the real niggas, real bitch worldwide. On gang, I see y'all niggas in this bitch, man. Shout out to my nigga Cam. Shout out to my boy Richie Rich. What y'all on, folks? M-Thing. That's the Inglewood Album Gresham Connection. You better know it. 10th Street, what up, my boy? You already know, man. We finna get it right to it, man. RPR Mail. Yeah. Y'all already know, man. Got that get back for my mans. Yeah, bro. Traploross always doing this Chicago shit, bro. But I mean, if I was making a lot of money off this shit, I'd be beating a dead horse too, gang. Like, I don't know. And plus, he don't give a shit. He's a Harry Potter little white dude. He don't know about nothing. He don't know us. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's different when you react to people that you know. Yeah, but that's just what it is. I just woke up, by the way. I'm trying to get right. Should do some water on that shit. That's my fault. But fuck all that. I'm finna watch your mail. I was finna do some other shit, but then I'm like, hold on, there's doing something I'm supposed to be missing. So, let's get it.
If you want uncut and extended versions of my videos, go to patreon.com/Traploross. Also, you can now watch my new drops on Spotify, so go search me there. Here's the video. 051 Melly is one of the most notorious gangsters in Chicago history. Given the nickname the Chirac Gravedigger, Melly is undoubtedly one of the most dangerous people to ever emerge from the Windy City, with rumors of him having caught as many as 15 bodies while participating in up to 43 different hits in multiple overlapping gang wars. Melly was as feared as he was respected. He applied so much pressure to his enemies in the streets that when he finally ended up losing his life, his ops were ecstatic, with many taking to the recording booth to...
I swear, if this nigga ain't glazing, like, Yarmel is he was one of my homies in real life, and he's just smacking the dick of Yarmel all in his face. This is Traploross. Just rubbing it in his face, man.
This demonic shooter that had been terrorizing them for years. Melly really struck fear into the most seasoned Chicago shooters, with the likes of King Von rumored to have had 7 bodies of his own, celebrating Melly's death with glee in his most famous song, Back Again. While King Von gained a reputation as rap's first serial killer for his alleged 7 murders that he got away with and rapped about, many in the city had already dubbed Melly as the original serial killer of the Chicago streets. The difference is, Melly never released music, but simply rose to notoriety.
No, I'm not taking anything away from my boy Yarmel. But you just gotta know, it's a lot of killers still alive. You know that, right? It's a lot of, even if it's a lot of them. Like, I'm guessing this is off the drill scene, off the rappers and all that Woodlawn shit, because, like, it's niggas with 20, 30 kills that y'all probably never seen in a video. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Through his reputation as a shooter
and
killer.
When they get the glazing niggas who just touched 10 or about to touch 10 and shit like that, like, I be looking like, yeah, I know we have niggas with more kills, right?
Whispered in the streets by those he pressured and extensively praised by rappers from his own gang for his extensive street portfolio. The mysterious murderer has been made famous by the Chicago drill community, but until now, nobody has ever determined once and for all the extent to which Melly was indeed a serial killer who caught bodies as routinely as a regular citizen catches the bus. So today, we're going to break down once and for all the many murders of 051 Melly and determine once and for all if this legendary Chicago gangster really is the serial killer they say he is.
If you know, you know.
How do you feel about 051 Melly getting compared with King Von and Tay Savage? Like, those are the 3 names that everyone's comparing them to.
No, you can't compare my brother to nobody.
One of the most reckless BDs out here. But I'm BDK. Well, he BDK.
We forced y'all in this, bro. We the reason why y'all got y'all name right now. You know that.
And y'all the reason why y'all got a name. Y'all got a name. It's never been no killing without killing.
Hey, this bus stop right here though. This is a real famous place. Yeah?
It's crazy because Melly got this reputation. He ain't never even dropped any music, but everybody know him.
That's a free Durk and Von. Freedom though. I'd rather them dead than in jail.
But she be tripping, she be upset, like she don't be having that much playtime.
You were just saying I'm the youngest in charge out here.
I've been the youngest in charge for some years now, you know?
You scared of the dark?
Hey, boy, do your research on where he's to be. In Auburn,
I'd rather be in the dark waiting for you when you gotta go pee at night.
You had just lost an artist that you just signed to OTF. So this is like the second time in 6 months.
It's the second time.
And I just get you. And you never come back to your parents.
They was giving OTF the belt. Yeah, second time. Second time.
I'm with the nigga that did. He don't want to be on camera though.
Hit
his ass already on pack. Now I got that order for Nuski.
Chino burger.
Chino burger.
Just like me a piece. Yeah, Chino burger. That's what they said.
Yeah, Chino burger.
I got shot 2 weeks. He expired.
What you say?
I got shot 2 weeks. He expired.
You want me to read you a bedtime story and tuck you in?
From 600. I thought that was extinct on Tuka
About when he walked down the dark alley, he ain't make it to the other end of the alley.
5 o'clock in the morning, still outside, me and my two. Who they were the police?
Y'all know damn well y'all won't finna catch me.
Man, they just killed y'all.
Who allegedly killed Melly, got charged 0078. Is that someone you friends with?
Okay. Like I said, 44K, 46K, 300K, 600K. Getting that Melly weight, getting that ring.
Go make it. We'll make it to 100 years, yo. I'm gonna be one of the last ones, man.
Yeah, you know how to move.
I hate that for y'all, man. Damn, boy.
Yarmel Devontae Jameer Williams,
like that,
better
like I'm
known
gonna
as
be the
051 Melly.
Like, you know, out of a lot of niggas, I'm still standing, but like, for a nigga to say that, like, I'm gonna be the last one standing. I mean, 100 years. You can't think like that, cause the way we live, like, if you get too comfortable, you die. When you stop worrying, you die. Either you tired and you ready to die, or devil just called you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You gotta. When you're in the streets, that's something you gotta watch.
He was born on November the 19th, 1991, to a mother named Angie and a father named Yamur. Melly grew up with 2 siblings, including his brother Wu and his sister Kenjia. Wu's father, Jerome Golden, aka Fido, was also Melly's stepfather until he would get a life sentence in 1994 for a quadruple murder where he allegedly took part in the slaying of 4 men for selling drugs in the wrong turf. Fido apparently being a member of the BDN, or Black Disciple Nation, who controlled the area where Melly grew up, a gang that we'll be discussing in more detail.
Hit that super chat, hit that cash app. Let's get it. Show some motherfucker love, y'all. What y'all doing, man?
Melly was also close to his 2 uncles, G Slim, who was one of the founders of the No Limit, or NLMB, gang set from the so-called east side of Chicago, who have heritage in the gang the Black P-Stones, a crew known for their infamous rap so-called east side of Chicago, who have heritage in the gang the Black P-Stones, a crew known for their infamous rappers like G Herbo, Lil Bibby, and Mellow Bucks, and Kurt Mack, who was a well-known member hailing from the so-called Dro City area in Woodlawn, where the original creator of drill music, the rapper Pac-Man, also hailed from. Melly's family connections even reach all the way to the rapper Bump J, who reps the Four Corner Hustlers gang, and who was perhaps the most popular gangster rapper from Chicago before the drill era began. Clearly, gangs have been a part of Melly's life since a very young.
Pay attention when motherfuckers be saying what hoods they connect to and they think it's a joke. I got cousins over there. I tell niggas who my cousins, they're like, oh, he got cousins everywhere. He got cousins everywhere. You know his cousins. I'm like, yeah, I'm not from Chicago. I see. Yeah, I'm not from Chicago. Yeah, definitely not from Chicago.
Age. But interestingly, Melly's family connections could have taken his life in a completely different route than it ultimately did. Because while Melly has become known as one of the dead, could have taken his life in a completely...
I thought that was Jermaine Dupri, gang. I'm like, why is y'all mad with Jermaine Dupri?
different route than it ultimately did. Because while Melly has become known as one of the deadliest rivals of world-famous rappers like Lil Durk and King Von, they actually grew up in the same areas and circles. Melly spent his early years in the Randolph Tower, also known as the Calumet Building or simply the Met Building, a large public housing project located at 6217 South Calumet Avenue, only a block away from the infamous O Block, aka Parkway Gardens, which guys like Chief Keef and King Von would later begin to claim. Randolph Tower was known as one of the biggest Black Disciple strongholds in Chicago during the 90s and early 2000s.
My grandma told me a story when she was walking past the Met buildings. Some motherfucker threw a fucking refrigerator off the building. Like, not off the roof, but like, they ain't have no gates back in these years. They ain't have no gates on the building. So you just walking. You know what I'm saying? And someone threw the refrigerator off the gate. Like, out of the like off the building. My grandma said she was walking past, and when the motherfuckers seen it, they almost hit a lady. Whoever threw that motherfucker, they say beat the fuck out of him. Say they like to kill that nigga and threw him off the building. The same floor they threw the refrigerator off.
Well, police discovered a gruesome double murder in a Southside Chicago apartment today after an anonymous tip. The bodies of 57-year-old Jesse Jackson, not of Operation Push, and an unidentified young woman were found murdered at 6217 South Calumet Avenue. Jackson lived in the apartment. The woman in her mid-20s lived nearby. The bodies were tied together with electrical cord. Police say there is no sign of forced entry and no weapons were found in the room.
Until their leadership was in...
How you gonna get school closed? Right there in the building.
Indicted for running a corporate-style drug empire in 2004, where dealers were making up to $45,000 a day selling drugs, while other members would guard the building from the roof, even making use of sniper rifles and night vision goggles. And while the gang had their headquarters in the Met Building, or the Castle as they called it, they would control the drug trade across a very large area, which included the Parkway Gardens, aka O Block. But besides Melly, numerous people famous within the drill scene grew up in the Met Building, such as Chief Keef, Lil Reese, and even FYB Main.
Everybody that's
I used to work the fifth floor.
That's out here for real. That's like I don't even want to really name, but like Melly, all these big time, they really from 6-17, right? Straight up, like FYB Main, 6-17, baby, like you feel me? Like,
Reese from there too, man.
Yeah, 6-17. Reese my cousin, 6-17, baby. Yeah.
Right.
Keith, 6-17, baby.
Right. All these people came out of the building. Right.
6-17, baby. Capo, right. 6-17, baby.
The legendary GBE Capo.
My cousin, yeah, 6-17, baby. For sure. All they had 6-17, baby. They had, like, it's just like, when the Calumet building got took down, back when I was a shorty, you know, went to they blocks and you know that.
In fact, J Main's father was one of the board members of the gang who ruled their operations inside and outside the building.
My pops is a man, he originated in the Calumet building, and he did get indicted, and he did get locked up in 2004, and yeah, they labeled him as a black disciple. It do hit different when they labeled Pops as a black disciple, and he went down as one of them board members, bro. It do hit different. My dad was originally my childhood. Yeah, he ran a certain area from a certain part of Chicago, from the state to the lake. That's what I read in the paperwork on for them grade. Like I say, I ain't here putting it on Pops. It do it different.
The Randolph Tower was eventually demolished in 2006 as part of the Chicago Housing Authority's plan to get rid of almost all of the large public housing projects in the city. But at some point, Melly's family moved to another address in the same neighborhood, located near 59th and Calumet. This area eventually becoming known as the turf of the Set 600, who would later become Melly's worst enemies, as Melly's brother Wu would later recollect during his DJU interview.
That was Vail doing. You know what I'm saying? Now, Vail was my stepdaddy. Still talk to Vail, by the way. You know what I'm saying? He was king of the BDs. You know what I mean? At one time, he was definitely king of the BDs. You know what I mean? Depending on what branch of BD, he's probably still king of the BDs, if you think of Vail. But when I wasn't there, I'm at home. And when I was at home, I was a Killer War, so I mean, unless I was living a double life, gang. Like, what the New York niggas call it, double jacking it? Nah, that just made me think I'm trying to go to sleep. I jacket and I'm still hard and I jacket again. But that's just East End. That's New York. On my mama. On GD, on BD, on Vice Lord. I could have actually been a GD and Killer War, but a BD over there did a Vice Lord in Red City. But you know what? That would have been so fucking fool. Yeah, that would have never worked. Because I'm too popular. And I always was the little popular everybody knew my dumb ass. So being 3 gangs in Chicago is wildly insane. That's why you always is. Everybody know for Killer War, but everybody know I throw a Red City, and everybody know I used to be in the Met buildings. Some niggas say I used to be in TYB. Everybody know I be in Foster Park. On my mama.
We stayed down. I used to have to walk out there with my sword. Like, that's how we came out there with the sword. on 59th. That's what it was, you feel me? Like, I was in their hood, I lived in their hood, like, I walked from there. I used to walk from 59th to the 51st through the park, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
But when I was out on 59th, it wasn't up like how it was, you feel like, had like, look, you know, I be sneaky talking. We wasn't like into it, but I had secret animosity, but we ain't just nobody to play with, you feel me? So you ain't gonna do nothing you wanna do for real.
Right.
And that's just what it was.
Okay,
cool. Although Melly would seemingly keep living in the area for some time, he would ultimately become close with kids from the opposite side of Washington Park who hung around the 51st Street and were part of a gang set known as 051 Young Money, who were primarily identifying as Mickey Cobras. Melly is in fact the same generation 051 Young Money, who were primarily
It's my little cousin. It's funny to look at him, like, I had to make sure that was him. Like, to see everybody young again is crazy. To see everybody full of life that ain't dead, you know?
primarily identifying as Mickey Cobras. Melly is in fact the same generation as the older founding members of this gang, such as Carlos Merrill, aka Lil Los, Lance Youngblood, and Isaiah Walker, aka Zico, who were all killed in 2008 when Melly was still in high school. Particularly the murder of Zico, who is often considered as the main...
Carlos was older than a lot of niggas. So I'm saying he's the same generation as Carlos is crazy. Like, and I knew Los. Los was the Mickey Cobra. But everybody else in 051 was GDs. See what I'm saying? Like, Carlos stayed in the Drexel building. People call that Drexside. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's
Merrill, aka Lil Los, Lance Youngblood, and Isaiah Walker, aka Zico, who were all killed in 2008 when Melly was still in high school. Particularly the murder of Zico, who is often considered as the main founder of the 051 Young Money Gang, would play a role in defining one of Melly's earliest rivalries with the set known as 4-6 Terror, later named THF-46, whose member Aki Walton was actually convicted of Zico's murder. Having had 3 people close to you killed during just 1 year, before the drill culture would even escalate the gang rivalry in the city, is truly tragic, and it may partly explain why Melly would eventually turn into such a cold-blooded killer that he allegedly was. However, this was only the beginning for Melly losing people around him. In July 2009, 21-year-old Dominic Barnes from the 051 neighborhood would be shot and killed, which would years later lead to THF-46 member and Lil Durk's good friend THF Bezu getting charged for the murder, but he would end up beating these charges. Bezu himself would allegedly almost be killed by 051 in April 2011 when 18-year-old THF-46 affiliate Quinton Turner, aka Quint, was killed in a triple shooting, where Bezu was also hit. Years later, Melly would bring up this incident while on Instagram Live with Bezu, after Bezu would claim that Melly and other 051 members were all good kids until THF forced them to hop in the streets by applying so much pressure.
Hey Melly, who forced y'all in?
Who the reason why we play with guns?
Who forced y'all in?
Y'all the first people
y'all would drive y'all mama's cars in 8th grade, bro.
See, you lying. I want to drive my mama's car. I want to drive
y'all grammar school driving y'all mama's cars. The whole Young Money was the basketball players. Keep it real.
Oh, now you lying for you. You just said half of us ain't. You can say half the Young Money was basketball players. You ain't gonna say nobody know.
Hey Melly, man, half y'all was the mama's boys, man. Y'all drive y'all mama's cars in 7th and 8th grade, bro. We forced y'all in this, bro. We the reason why y'all got y'all name right now. You know that.
You say y'all the reason why we got us a name, and y'all the reason why y'all got a name. Y'all got a name. It go both ways. No, it go both ways. If we start this on here, I don't even give a damn. You want to start this on? It's gonna go both ways.
We've been.
It's never been no killing without killing. We gonna keep it real though.
We've been into it y'all since 07, bro.
Yeah, right. But it's never been no killing without killing though. We ain't gonna.
I'm saying what year somebody died from our block?
You said what year?
For sure.
You go get killed in 08. I'm keeping fun. Then somebody died in 10, right?
051's gang rivalries would begin to intensify during the early 2010s, boosted by the rise of social media and the start of the drill music movement. Perhaps the first casualty of this new era on 051's side was 18-year-old Tariq Mahdi, aka T Streets, who was gunned down in November 2011 on a quiet stretch of street in the Washington Park neighborhood. And while this murder has remained unsolved, there have been numerous different theories about who might have been behind it, with many thinking that this was actually the first casualty in the years-long war between 051 and the 600 set. After all, the murder took place very close to 600's hood. However, this theory has been challenged by many people who often claim that T Streets was in fact killed by 051's old enemies, THF-46. King Von, on the other hand, would famously name-drop T Streets in his popular song I Am What I Am, rapping how somebody tried to do a peace treaty and ended up dying like T Streets. These lyrics perhaps hinting that T Streets' murder has a backstory that might not be fully known to the people on the outside. But whatever actually happened, the fact that murder has a
Traploross pissed me off. He looked like a gay hippie Harry Potter. Like if Harry Potter like moved somewhere in America and tried to gentrify a black community, that's him. He look like all he needs is some frosted tips and a little purse dog. Yeah, bro, they got a fucking faggot ass bow tie on. Carlton. Fucking shit. I really hate Traploross. And I don't know him. And I hate real easy and I hate real hard, no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like I want niggas dead. A lot of niggas I want really dead. I'm talking about dead. I might never even seen you, but I want you dead. You know what I'm saying? Like I want you, like I hate real easy. And people like, oh, hate is a strong word. I'm like, I know can't even say what I want to say. Just know, you know, it be like that, you know? Can't say that, but yeah, it's just, if you know me, you know I hate niggas, you know what I'm saying? And I hunt niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like how white men hunt deer, that's how I hunt niggas. You know what I'm saying? So
backstory that might not be fully known to the people on the outside. But whatever actually happened, the fact that Melly's first alleged kill would take place only a few days before T Streets' first posthumous birthday, and Melly was certainly claiming to have been killing people in T Streets' name. On the 2nd of February 2012, 20-year-old Shaquille Rush, aka Shaq, was attending a party with his friends in the 600 set's turf. While Shaq wasn't seemingly actively involved in gangbanging, he lived in the neighborhood and was friends with many members of the 600 set. And in a picture allegedly taken on the night of the party, he can be seen with 600 members C-Day and Inky D dropping the 051Y hand sign as a sign of disrespect to that set. Later that night, Shaq would reportedly leave the party together with a woman. They would walk through an alley on the 5900 block of South Calumet Avenue, where Shaq would possibly stop to take a leak. At this point, one or more people would appear from behind them and open fire, hitting Shaq once on the upper back while grazing the girl on the shoulder. Police and medics would then soon arrive to the scene, and Shaq would be transported to the Northwestern Memorial Hospital, where he would unfortunately succumb to his injuries. The following day, local news would report on the murder, stating how Shaq had been killed only 3 blocks away from his home on the 6000 block of South Michigan Avenue. But interestingly, Melly was living, or at least had still recently lived, right on the 5900 block of South Calumet Avenue, where Shaq was killed. But that certainly wasn't the only thing connecting Melly to this murder, because afterwards, Melly would start a years-long campaign dissing Shaq, often taunting 600 members by mentioning how Shaq had been killed whilst he was taking a leak, and most famously in one incredibly dark clip, describing to a little girl how he's exactly the type of guy who would pull off a murder while someone was peeing.
Boy, back right now. Boy, you ain't getting that. I'll let you know. You know how I play out here. You don't come with that money, shawty. Come up in there missing. You talking? You don't know who I am? You don't know who I am? I know my daddy. You scared of the dark? No. I'm one of them type of guys that be in the dark waiting for you when you gotta go pee at night. And I just get you, and you don't never come back to your parents again. You hear me? Then your TT ain't gonna be able to save you. Your daddy. Nobody. You gonna be crying somewhere like, man, she don't got nothing to do with me. Just take me.
Still, some people close to the events have denied Melly actually being behind the murder, most notably 600 veteran Capone, who has openly said on his YouTube channel that Melly actually was the killer. Another person often connected to this murder is an 051 member called Kiddo, who has similarly dissed Shaq on many occasions, even tweeting, "Kill Shaq, don't forget about Shaq." Only a few weeks after the murder, with this actually being a play on two key lyrics from his hit song, Free Honor. But whether the killer was Melly or someone else, it seems that 600 clearly considered 051 to be responsible, as they would allegedly end up avenging Shaq's death only a few months later in June, when the only 14-year-old
Look, this is a subliminal. This just show you how close a nigga can get to you, right?
When you gotta go pee at night, and I just get you.
If you knew what I knew, you gonna be looking like,
you hear me? Then your TT ain't gonna be able to save you.
Listen to the subliminal.
He gonna be crying somewhere like, man, she don't got nothing to do with me. Just take.
Still, some people close to the events have denied Melly actually being behind the murder, most notably 600 veteran Capone, who has openly said on his YouTube channel that Melly actually wasn't the killer. Another person often connected to this murder is an 051 member called Kiddo, who has similarly dissed Shaq on many occasions, even tweeting, "Kill Shaq, then forget about Shaq," only a few weeks after the murder, with this actually being a play on Chief Keef lyrics from his 2012 hit song 300. But whether the killer was Melly or someone else, it seems that 600 clearly considered 051 to be responsible, as they would allegedly end up avenging Shaq's death only a few months later in June, when the only 14-year-old Antonio Davis, aka Fathead, who was one of the youngest members of 051, but had been hanging out with them since he was a kid, was walking to a store with his cousin in the Englewood neighborhood. An assailant would spot Fathead from a van before approaching him on foot and shooting him numerous times while standing over him. Nobody has ever been convicted of this murder, and in online spaces it's been a topic of intense debate for years now. But the Chicago police consider the case to be exceptionally cleared and committed by several people, most notably 2 members of the 600 set, Walter Smith, aka S-Dot, and Courtney Ely, aka C-Day, as well as a member of Lil Durk's Lamron set named Marvin Riley, aka OJ, who the police claim to have been the triggerman based on Fathead's cousin's description of the killer. Only a few days after the murder, Melly would once again begin to taunt 600 members, openly bragging how his set had killed Shaq, while claiming that 600 couldn't say they had killed anyone from his set, perhaps referring to OJ being the one who actually killed Fathead. On the other hand, Fathead's brother has seemingly put the blame directly on C-Day, who's also known by the nickname 22 Shots, writing on a tribute post to Fathead how he's 622K or 60022 Killer. In any case, the murders of T Streets and Fathead launched a years-long rivalry, which wasn't just limited to tit-for-tat killings between 051 and 600, but would become part of a larger war in the South Side between 051 and their affiliates, and numerous majority Black Disciple sets affiliated with 600, like O-Block, Front Street, Lamron, and of course THF-46, who had already been at war with 051 for years at this point. 051 would allegedly avenge Fathead's death in November 2012, killing a 19-year-old named Trey Henry, aka Trix, who was affiliated with 600. This was followed in June 2013 with the murder of 19-year-old Robert Allen, known as Lil Rob, or Vito, from the Lamron set. These murders have remained officially unsolved, but 051 has heavily claimed both, with Melly too implying that his set was behind these murders. Although Melly himself isn't often directly connected to these murders in online rumors, regardless of who had done what, 05 weren't done killing, and in September 2013, they would strike again, killing 17-year-old Leonard Anderson, known as the up-and-coming rapper LA Capone from the 600 set. This was a devastating blow for 600, as LA was considered their most promising rapper, who had become increasingly close with other rappers in the community, like Lil Durk, who at this point had already signed a major deal with Def Jam Records, and was rumored to have been in the works of helping LA Capone land a major record deal for himself as well.
Like the evil man in the room.
Me that he's supposed to be me, T.I. flying to Atlanta with Durk and meeting T.I. That's like that. This what he's.
T.I. was gonna tell him. If LA would have met up with T.I., T.I. would have told him. But y'all know something though? I'm gonna put y'all on something that y'all probably ain't know, right? In an alternate universe, LA would have been the bloodhound. Him and JB Bin Laden was best friends. You think JB Bin Laden wouldn't have been a bloodhound? You think LA wouldn't have been a bloodhound? He would have been a big homie for the bloodhounds at this point, man. Hey, do your homework. Do your homework, shorty. No, he would have been a bloodhound. He didn't like Durk to be OTI. Not saying he wouldn't have signed with him, but if he would have still been alive now, LA would have been.
LA's murder would eventually be solved, leading to the arrest and convictions of 2 051 members, Michael Mays, aka 051 Rocco, or Rockhead, and Saki Hardy Johnson, aka Lil Mick, as well as a third person named Miko Buchanan. 051 Melly, on the other hand, would once again take part in the dissing, making numerous tweets in the days following LA Capone's murder, where he would make fun of him, and boasting about all the people that his set had killed to avenge Fathead's death. But interestingly, Melly would often also mention Lil Durk in his tweets, making it seem that he was actually a fan of Durk's music, despite Durk Durk being such close friends with Melly's enemies. But whether he was serious or just trolling at this point, Melly's fixation on Lil Durk would eventually become Lil Durk's worst nightmare. In March 2014, 600 would allegedly get their revenge as 20-year-old Marc Campbell, better known as Lil Marc from 051, would be brutally gunned down in broad daylight while standing on a bus stop at 51st Street. Only a few days before his murder, Lil Marc had dropped a diss song.
You know what? I probably would have been Red City in the alternate universe. I was almost Red City in this one. If my daddy, mother didn't move that month, if it would have been one more year, if they would have stayed one more year, I would have definitely been a vice lord. That's for shit show. Everything that shaped it, my future, was in those couple months. And I feel like I would have died already. I feel like I would have died. Because I love my Red City niggas to death. But the time where I was most active and they was getting the proverbial belt, I would have been right there. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I would have possibly died. But thinking I'm still me. But I wouldn't have been, I think I would have died. I ain't gonna lie. And I say this a lot. And me saying it, that's speaking the truth. That mean I knew it. And I would have died over there. My father was raised on them blocks, and them would have been the same blocks I would have died on. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up, but I'm happy I was in Red City. Because at that era, at them years, somebody would have killed me a long time ago. It would be no Lowski being real. It would have been Lil Greg, you know, R.I.P. Lil Greg, if they call me. It would have been that, but I'm happy. Still here. Would have got none of that out of being blood now. Well, you would have been O-Block too, since you home goes. Now, O-Block, I was definitely almost about to be. Right? Like a month before or the month of me getting shot, me and my baby mama was moving in Parkway. And I used to already hang over there anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my hanging spot. I used to be in Parkway more than a lot of places. Because I used to get into it with my own block all the time. Now, after I do whatever I do around there, I had to run somewhere. And where did I used to be? I used to be in Drove City, or I used to be on Front Street. I used to be in 600 with Eat Ain't Up. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Because my baby mama stayed in Front Street. The same building Quano got killed in, that's where my baby mama lived at. You know what I'm saying? She lived in that same building. So I used to be down there with them a lot. And then Parkway, forget about it. I have so much family in Parkway. So yeah, like I could have definitely been claiming the O, but I was already 20 years old. I was already 20 years old by then. But do that mean I wouldn't have claimed the O? Of course not. But I could have been. My auntie Yolanda been living in Parkway Gardens since I was 7 years old. I could have definitely been, but from Killer Ward, I've been living there since I popped out my mama's ass. You know what I'm saying? So for me to go outsourcing and be in the gang is crazy. When you Killer Ward royalty, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Called No Competition, a remix of Lil Durk's song Competition, dedicated diss track aimed towards the Black Disciple sets like 600, Lil Durk's Lamron, and King Von's O-Block. This song had made Lil Marc the #1 target in the streets, and it wouldn't take long before those who Lil Marc had dissed would be claiming his murder, with particularly D Rose from 600 and King Von from O-Block starting the dissing only hours after Lil Marc's death. But this time also Lil Durk, whose song Lil Marc had remixed just before dying, would decide to take the dissing to a whole new level, actually filming himself at the very bus stop where Lil Marc had been gunned down, telling people that he was in a very famous place, along with the caption 3THFTP, this being a member of the THF46 set who actually made an entire song dissing Lil Marc titled Bus Stop.
Bus stop, man. Hey, this bus stop right here though, this is a real famous place, you hear me? This is a real famous place, B. Hey, this bus stop, this is a real famous place, B. I ain't gonna lie to you, know what I'm saying? Free my nigga T.
In online theories, this video is often considered to have perhaps been one of the biggest mistakes that Lil Durk has ever made. While Durk was already a famous rapper, traveling all over the country, making it very hard for his ops to catch him, it seems that 051 Melly, after this video, would make it his mission to show that in the streets of Chicago, he was the one in charge, and everyone close to Durk that still was in these streets was not safe. Moreover, Melly had become close with Durk's old friends, as Durk and his OTF crew had a falling out.
That's why you gotta be careful, bro. And to some people, I'm gonna just say the shooters were respectful. Because I know a lot of niggas in that position that would have looked at that little girl and scrub the ground, scrub the ground, scrub the ground. They would have knocked her little head off too. And I'm one of them. Now, I know y'all like, why would you kill a kid, right? Hold on. Let's go back to say why I would kill the child. Let's go back to the old days. Let's go back to 2015, 2016, right? Let's go back to 2016, right? Right? Let's go back to 2016. Niggas tried to kill me and my daughter, right? Niggas tried to kill me and my daughter, right? Right? Before then, I have never, ever targeted anybody with their kids, right? Not because I didn't catch them like that, it's because that's not the way I was playing the game, right? I learned the rules in a different way. You feel me? So I never went for children. But after they tried to kill me and my daughter, all bets was off. If I catch you with your mama, your grandma mama, your baby mama, your daughter, I don't care who I catch you with. I'm going to kill him first. If I catch you with your mama, I'm going to make sure I kill your mama, right? I'm still going to try to kill you with her, but I'm going to make sure I kill your mama. If I catch you with your son, I'm going to kill your son. You see what I'm saying? These the games we play. See, you play dumb games, you win dumb prizes. And I was the wrong nigga to play with. So, with that being said, if you know anything about any of those cases, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though it was justified, you tried to kill me and my daughter and I killed him. We're not gonna talk about the others that died after that. You're like, hold on, let me do your research, bring it in on who died after that. See, y'all know about that murder, but bring it back in. Who died after that though? Okay. Now, back to see, we getting sidetracked. Y'all know when I get to talk about murder, man, I go to a whole nother place. You know, I just
King Louis and his Mubu crew in the summer of 2013. This all came out after a fight would erupt between Mubu and OTF,
oh my
together with
God.
Chief's Glow Gang, while they were performing in Iowa. After this scuffle, Melly would become increasingly close with the Mubu crew's most infamous member, Mubu Crump, who DJ Academics would famously nickname the Chirac Scorekeeper due to Crump's deep knowledge.
Hey boy, let me, hold on, I already know, but let me go read on that. Oh my fucking God. Oh, that shit is hilarious. Folks say, Lowski, love all, trust none, keep a gun. You better know that. Yeah, that rocket. Dead. He said, I see why GBL don't like you. He said, a joker, I'm telling you. Oh, this shit right here gets tricky. What?
About the city's gang law and his propensity to partake in online drama.
And now we're talking about the Chirac Scorekeeper. Now, if you don't know who that is, a lot of people have asked who is a scorekeeper. The person that's known as a scorekeeper is this individual that's known as Crump. Now, apparently, he's with the shits. He's a savage, but most notably, he's known for retelling hood stories on Twitter. And not only that, awarding victories. Now, he usually tells or keeps track of who the f is up, who's down, who's tied, who hit a buzzer beater, who hit a game-winning three. He's keeping up with. So if you want to know who the got choked, this is a guy to ask.
Crump had previously been very close with Durk and seemingly ready to crash out for him at any moment, but now he was one of Lil Durk's worst enemies, and with Melly's notorious trigger finger and Crump's infamous Twitter fingers working in tandem, things were about to get very dark for Lil Durk. On the 31st of May 2014, only a few months after Lil Marc's death, Durk would be out in Chicago, driving around with his cousin MacArthur Swindle, who was known as Lil Durk's new rap prodigy, OTF Nunu, or Nuski. They would stop at a
Man, that is never folks' name, MacArthur Swindle. Who pops out they mama ass, right? And your mama look at you and said, MacArthur. That is baby MacArthur. We're gonna call him MacArthur. No one does that, man.
Swindle, who was known as Lil Durk's new rap prodigy, OTF Nunu, or Nuski. They would stop at a strip mall on the 700 block of East 87th Street, and Durk would go to visit one of the stores, while Nuski stayed back and waited in the car. At around 3:20 p.m, while Durk was inside the store, someone would suddenly approach the car, opening fire at Nuski, who would attempt to drive away from the situation. Unfortunately, he'd already been hit numerous times, and would crash his car into a nearby storefront window before succumbing to his injuries.
Hey, boy,
someone at the scene would even capture them.
Them shots that lead up to you getting shot ain't never a good sound. Ain't never a
moment of Lil Durk seeing his deceased cousin and breaking down, which his ops would later post on social media to mercilessly troll him. Nuski's murder remains officially unsolved, but in online theories, Melly has always been one of the main suspects. Only about an hour and a half after Nuski had been killed, Melly would simply tweet a bunch of laughing emojis with no further context. This will be followed by another tweet of Melly saying that he had heard that somebody was looking for him, and yet another tweet, this time clearly referring to the shooting by posting a bunch of emojis depicting a person running and shooting. The following day, Melly would start making fun of Nuski more directly, laughing at someone commenting on the news story about the incident, and he would also make a tribute post to Fathead and Lil Marc, saying how he wished he could see them again, but that he has to continue turning up for them in the streets. Crump, on the other hand, had been going back and forth with Nuski even before his death, with Crump calling Nuski a fake gangster, and not long after Nuski's death, Crump would let his infamous Twitter fingers loose, dissing Nuski for being an internet gangster who'd been talking tough online, but now would face the real consequences. But Crump wasn't satisfied with just tweeting.
Hit that super chat, hit that cash app, bitch.
And eventually, he would even post a video of himself at the murder scene, even saying how he was there with the very person who killed Nuski. He doesn't want to be on camera, which many have taken to be an obvious reference to 051 Melly.
Them left Chino, Nuski. They left his ass right here. You feel me? They left his ass up here on folks and them tweaking. Buying some shoes. Y'all see real niggas be up here though. Niggas play with me up here on folks and this bills be on the news. I look like Nuski. Hit his ass up right here on Pat. I'm with the that did. He don't want to be on camera though. Hit his ass up right here on Pat. They fuck my boy up. Right here, you feel me? Historic events. Y'all know I'm gonna bring y'all around this shit. Historic events. Wish you would play with me, boy. I look like Nuski. He ran into this though. He ran into the children's place, died like a bitch on Pokes now. Goof. What do I look like, Nuski?
Lil Durk was obviously heartbroken by the loss of his cousin, but this would be only the beginning of 051 Melly's campaign to torment Lil Durk. Later that year, Durk would actually come face to face with Melly, as the two would run into each other during a meet and greet event for the rap TI, where Durk was together with his OTF crew, while Melly would arrive with King Louie's Mugu crew. This would lead to a major scuffle between the two crews, requiring the police to break things up.
Hey, that was dark days. Of course I wasn't there. I remember this shit like motherfucker.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check it out. Vote.
Hey, the police said, come on, bro. I already know to stay back, folks.
I want to give a special apology to my motherfucking brother, Henry from the shop, man. The shop 147. I apologize for disturbing the peace, OTF as a whole. Hearing you, my brother, and you know I got your back 100%. Talking about it, nigga choking me, man. What the f going on, man? You already know we can fight head up if you want to. We can shoot it out on you goof ass move, man. You talking about Crump? Why the f was you running? Wrong you Louis too, man. Crump and Louis.
Afterwards, Melly would troll about the incident on Twitter, saying that Durk had panicked after seeing him and had failed to do anything to him before their crews got into it, perhaps subtly implying that Durk should have at least tried something given what Melly had done to Nuski. But unfortunately for Durk, Melly had zero intentions of keeping the beef only on the internet. And less than a year after Nuski's murder, he would allegedly strike again. In the early morning hours of the 27th of March 2015, Lil Durk's manager, OTF Chino, real name Buchina Aguina, was sitting in his car outside a fast food spot on the 8400 block of Stony Island Avenue. After having taken part in a meeting with basketball star Raheem Noah about their anti-violence campaign earlier that evening, then, just like in Nuski's murder, an unknown assailant would suddenly walk up to the car, open fire, hitting Chino multiple times. By the time
do your homework on that meeting was in Auburn Gresham. They met at St. Sabina Academy in Gville, right? That's where the meeting was at.
Ambulance would arrive to take him to the hospital. He would end up being pronounced dead on arrival. Afterwards, Movie Crump would do what he did best, shooting another video of him visiting the death site and trolling Lil Durk, asking the cashier at the food store if they had an order for Nuski before trolling and demanding a Chino burger.
Hey, y'all got that order for Nuski? Chino burger. Chino burger. Yeah. Y'all got it? Hey, ready? Oh, thank you. Oh, Bill. What's up? Y'all with that OTLK? Oh, man. Hey, this motherfucker bogus as hell, man. Y'all, this shit ain't done, man. Y'all done put this shit back on the grill, man. This shit disgusting, man. Get this shit together, man. For real, this shit bogus as hell.
Only about a week after Chino's murder, one of the founding members of the 600 set, called Lil Boo, real name Jerome Anderson, would also reportedly be gunned down by an assailant getting around in a gold-colored car. A member of 051 called Ario, real name Arius Fitch, would be arrested as a suspect in the case later that very same day, but many have also rumored Melly to have been involved in the case, particularly as Lil Boo's sister would later diss Melly after his death, telling him to say hi to his brother in the afterlife. Following Chino's murder, Lil Durk has been rumored to have placed a $150,000 bounty on Melly's head, which, while unproven, may not be far-fetched given the murder-for-hire charges that Lil Durk is currently locked up for. This would allegedly lead to a young member of the THF-46 set called Raheem, who was only 15 years old at the time, to try and hunt Melly down a few months later in May, actually catching him and other 051 members on the 6000 block of South Wentworth Avenue and opening fire at them, hitting Melly in the head and foot, whilst also hitting others, including Lil Boo's alleged killer Ario. All victims would be taken to hospital with serious injuries, but miraculously, nobody would die in the incident, and afterwards, pictures were posted online showing Melly with crutches and a cast on his leg, while he would also jump on Twitter and let everybody know that he wasn't shaken by the incident one bit, as Melly's brother Wu would also later tell Zach TV.
Hey, I got two brothers and they know it. Arrow, check it out. What's up, what's up? My big brother Arrow, my big brother Melly. Y'all know
that's Jar Jar Banks.
Zach,
that's Jar Jar himself.
Shout out to Zach one time. Shout out to JCV. All the time, free roll. It's your money, man. Tell you different on the camera, man. They be lying, man. We doing this. Look, catch me. What headshot one shit y'all did, boy. Hey, no, shout out. He really straight off that headshot, man. Y'all know it.
But unfortunately for Raheem, shooting the Chirac gravedigger but not killing him meant that he was going to be moving with a huge target on his back from that point onwards. And Melly would make it clear by swearing on Lil Marc's life that he was going to make his enemies suffer. Only a few days later, on the 24th of May, Raheem and another teen were walking in an alley near 45th Street and Cottage Grove Avenue in the Bronzeville neighborhood when someone would ambush them and shoot both, killing Raheem while injuring his friend. Once again, Melly's friend 051 Ario, who had just last month been arrested in the relation to the murder of Lil Boo, and who had been one of the people injured in the shooting together with Melly, would be arrested for the murder. This time, the arrest would also lead to charges. Police reports would later reveal how Ario's arrest had led to an absurd moment where he would allegedly pleasure himself inside the interrogation room. During the trial, the prosecutor would argue that Ario had murdered Raheem to avenge the earlier shooting that had also injured Melly. But once again,
I've never jacked off in an interrogation room. I have jacked off in the jail. When I was sitting probably waiting to get moved, and I was like in the holding cell, but not there. Like I was like in the back, in the cells in the back, not the bullpen. When I was waiting to go to the county and I couldn't go to sleep, I jack my dick and go to sleep. But jacking off in the interrogation room, niggas is not doing that. Never have I ever been locked up for a 9-1 and jack off while I'm waiting for questioning for murder. I've never done that, gang. I'm not that horny. You know what I'm saying? I really don't be horny in that for real. It's a sleeping night. That's how I go to sleep, gang. That's just me. That's how I go to sleep.
Despite persistent rumors that Melly had also participated in the shooting, and numerous times that Melly had seemingly dissed Raheem, and even implied that he'd taken part in the murder, Melly himself would never be charged.
In smoke, we ain't doing shit. I don't know.
We don't know. I don't know what we ain't smoking nobody.
I got shot 2 weeks. He expired.
I'm gonna read you a bedtime story and tuck you in.
My boy, y'all, man.
Tell you about this boy, he walked down the dark alley. He ain't make it to the other end of the alley.
I'm just reading the comments, bro.
I'm just asking you. I said you said you finna go to sleep.
I am.
And I say you want me to tell you about this story about this nigga, right? He went in through the one end of the alley, but he didn't make it to the other end. It was a black alley to tell you the story.
I've heard of it.
It's a story. Why you never heard of it? Why you wasn't there? Of course.
I've heard of it.
After Raheem's murder, Melly would seemingly lay low for over a year, but in November 2016, he would allegedly strike again. On the 26th of November, a mass shooting would take place inside a party on the 8800 block of South Exchange Avenue, which would end up killing 18-year-old Daquan Barnett, also known as Bankroll Q from Melly's 051 Young Money set, a shooting that also injured 5 others. The online rumors would later claim that the shooting was done by youngsters from the so-called Motown part of Chicago, a neighborhood that's for the longest time been associated with the Black P Stones. One of these youngsters, called Breeze, would later seemingly brag about the shooting on Twitter, but meanwhile, another one would end up losing his life less than 24 hours later. The following day after the fatal party, at around 2:03 p.m., 18-year-old Del Von Wester, known in the streets as Lil Del from the Folly Boys set, which is one of the many sets based in Motown, was sitting in a parked car on the 8800 block of South Marshfield Avenue in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood when a dark-colored SUV would pull up next to him and someone would open fire, hitting Del several times in the chest. And while he was reportedly able to drive himself to the Christ Medical Center, he would ultimately be pronounced dead at 2:22 p.m. Only a few minutes after Del was pronounced dead at the hospital, 051 Melly would hop on Twitter, simply tweeting, "I'm an army alone."
That's how it's supposed to be.
Right back.
One man alone is 1,000 strong. I've been told y'all that.
This was followed by a tweet saying, "Finna go change my clothes," that he would post together with a video showing himself sitting in a car while talking to the person who would show a gun to the camera, saying how they had got someone or something. Gun to the camera.
Hey, do your homework on your mail, sitting on my grandma porch and kill a war.
Seemingly saying how they had got someone or something.
Come on. Well, YB? Do your homework, man. Do your homework, man. I tell you, man. Do your homework. Do your homework. That's all I can tell you. Do your homework. I love y'all boys. RP my niggas, man.
Man, you gotta get your girlfriend. You gotta be faithful, bro.
I got a girlfriend.
You gotta get like me. You gotta get like me. You got
girlfriend on I'm out of that, though, G. What's wrong?
Hey, boy, hey. It's 60-something people in the fucking shit. I need 60 second. I need 60-something likes. Likes is for free, bitch ass niggas. I can see you don't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got it, you know what I'm saying? You passionate collection plate. But you better like the fucking video, gang. Get that super chat, hit that cash app, and let's go. I'm wise. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Watching Yarn Mail. I just watched the little shit about the 50-year-old TYB nigga. I'm just everywhere. I'm sorry.
The person who Melly was talking with was a little-known face in the drill scene at the time, but he would later become known in connection to Lil Durk's murder-for-hire allegations, as this person would turn out to be none other than Stephon Mac, who would also be eventually killed in 2022, allegedly as a retaliation for the murder of Lil Durk's brother D-Thang. But later on, Melly's other friends would also often make posts on social media implying that Del's murder was connected to the death of Bankroll Q, and that Melly had in fact had something to do with it. But besides tweets, the murder of Del, like so many of Melly's other alleged bodies, is only based on online rumors and theories.
Now, this is fucked up. I fucked with Lord. I got plenty of stories with him. I don't know how true this is. Chicago, we a motherfucker though, you know? But there's some shit, even if I did know, I wouldn't speak on it. But this was I don't know. I really don't know.
However, in 2017, Melly would allegedly commit a murder that would almost get him caught. On the 13th of June, at approximately 10:30 p.m., residents on the 5000 block of Drexel Boulevard would report gunshots, and in the building's gangway, 22-year-old Dandre Smith was found lying dead, his body riddled with bullets. The investigators would eventually learn that Dandre, known in the streets as Lord Dre, was a friend of 051 Melly, and on the day of his death, he had been asked by Melly to participate in the robbery of a drug dealer. However, this robbery plan was allegedly just a ruse to get Dre to meet Melly, who he might have known deep down was out to get him, as Dre would allegedly text his brother to let him know that he was with Melly in case something happened to him. Melly and a woman named Tiara would then allegedly drive Dre to the building on Drexel Boulevard before Melly would shoot him in the gangway. But why would Melly kill somebody who had supposedly been his friend? Perhaps they'd had a falling out recently, or perhaps for a much darker reason. Because if the investigators are to be believed, the reason had a much more sinister explanation, as Melly had allegedly learned that there was a $12,000 bounty that had been placed on Dre's head, which was money that Melly needed to bond out his brother Wu, who had been arrested 2 days earlier on weapons charges. In fact, Melly and his brother Wu would even allegedly have poorly disguised coded conversations about the murder plot on recorded phone calls while Wu was still in jail, while a witness would tell the investigators that Melly had tried to claim to her that it was THF-46 who were trying to kill him and Dre, and that both Melly and Dre had money on their heads, and it was only a matter of time before one of them would kill the other to claim the bounty. However, at the time, the police simply didn't have enough evidence to hold Melly on these charges, and while they didn't know it at the time, before they could ever capture him for good, it would already be too late, both for Melly and his next victims. At the end of 2017, Melly's good friend Mubu Crump would be released from federal prison after he'd been locked up for about 2 years, and he would get back onto the streets and online and do what he does best: troll, even dropping a song dissing Durk and his crew titled OTFK, where he would diss numerous gangs and sets like THF-46 and Lamron, as well as dead people like Nuski and Chino. Crump would keep disrespecting his ops, perhaps thinking they had all gone Hollywood together with Lil Durk, but unfortunately for Crump, there were plenty of his enemies still left who were willing to show him that he wasn't the only tough guy in the city, and that even having a top shooter like Melly around couldn't save him. In the early morning hours of May 25th, 2018, Crump and Melly were attending a party on the 6800 block of South Morgan Street, only a few blocks away from Lil Durk's Lamron set's hood, while Crump, whose real name is Ronald Crump, was standing outside the party with another man. A car would drive by and someone inside would open fire, striking both. Crump would pass away from his injuries, but the other man would end up surviving after a surgery. Now, there's been many rumors about that second victim, with many claiming that this person had in fact been Melly himself and that he had actually been the main target. But while Melly seemingly was in the party, he would deny having been the second victim while on an Instagram live with Durk's good friend and OTF affiliate Bezu from THF-46.
If I was there, it wouldn't go on. If I was there, it wouldn't go on. You could say one person, and I wasn't there. I was in a bush.
Lying, bro. You know I know you lying.
What situation? Just say one person. I was
no, bro, we getting recorded, bro. You know that. I'm not gonna say no name. You know what's going on.
I just told you I was that one person. And what was I doing when it was going on? I was fucking running to gunfire?
Yeah.
I ain't no stupid.
Super Sable, right?
You heard me saying to you, I'm real smart. You even told me I'm not no idiot.
The police report on the shooting would also note how the second victim had no gang affiliations or previous arrests, and the victim's age would also be reported as 28, while Melly was only 26 at the time. But whether Melly himself had been shot or not, he was looking to avenge his good friend's death. And while nobody would be arrested for the murder, if dissing was anything to go by, Melly would certainly have no problem deciphering who had been behind the hit, as people connected to Lil Durk's OTF crew were quick to start rejoicing over Crump's death, with everybody from Lil Durk to Bezu and even King Von.
Hey, yo, shout out to my nigga Balls Cash. Super Chat Cash App gang. My boy Mari sent in a slug. No, man, that's peppermint money for y'all know what a slug is in Chicago terms. He said, bring on the fridges. This is an evil gentleman we're dealing with, man. My boy. Balls Cash.
Crew were quick to start rejoicing over Crump's death, with everybody from Lil Durk to Bezu and even King Von, who had only recently returned home after beating his own murder charges, would participate in the dissing. Bezu would seemingly even later imply that the police had come looking for him after Crump's murder.
Hey, look, the Crump woofing at me on the internet. Somebody smoking, they come get me. You finna do the same.
However, one of the main suspects that the online sleuths have attached to Crump's murder is actually Lil Durk's childhood friend, Lil Steve, from his own Lamron set, who actually many consider may have been the actual trigger man. Durk's fans have even considered these lyrics from his popular No Auto Durk song from September 2018 to be an admission that Steve was actually behind Crump's murder, with Durk rapping that the ops can't have a party on their block if Steve is out there. But before Melly would get his revenge on Durk, he would allegedly finish another job that he had started a long time ago.
I've never heard of Lil Steve name popping up
on the
in
19th of August, only a few months after Crump's murder, 19-year-old Tyrone Marshall was hanging out with a friend on the 4000 block of the South Calumet Avenue in the Bronzeville neighborhood. Tyrone, known in the streets as TY, was also known as an aspiring rapper, but Melly would have a more personal connection with him, as TY had been a friend of Lil Del, whom Melly had allegedly killed as revenge for the murder of his friend Bankroll Q. Moreover, TY had allegedly been present during Bankroll's murder. At around 3:27 p.m., while TY was leaning on a car and talking to his friend, another car would pull up, and someone from the inside would fire shots, hitting TY in the head, and he would later be pronounced dead at the hospital. Interestingly, this time, a witness would actually recognize Melly as the shooter. Once again, the police would be too slow to act, and before they were able to gather enough evidence to catch Melly, it would already be too late. Even with the most conservative estimates, Melly had now gotten away with several murders, but he wasn't done with his revenge campaign before he would get back for the murder of Crump, and only about 2 months after TY's murder, he would get his opportunity.
What the fuck is this thing?
On the 8th of October,
ugly
after TY's murder, he would get his opportunity.
All them niggas
On the 8th of October, Lil Durk's big brother and manager D-Fang was out in their hometown with some childhood friends, including Durk's cousin Baby D, real name Darnell Banks. In the early morning hours, they were driving in the Pullman neighborhood on the far south side. They would reportedly be at a parking lot of the McDonald's when somebody would open fire at them, even hitting one of the windows of the restaurant. They would pull off with their car, but would eventually come to a stop on the 11200 block of South Cottage Grove Avenue, where police would find 3 of the men suffering from serious gunshot wounds. D-Fang was one of the people shot, but he would end up surviving. But unfortunately, Baby D wouldn't be as lucky. He was rushed to the University of Chicago Medical Center, where he would tragically pass away.
It's crazy because D-Thing got shot in the hundreds before. Why, you know what I'm saying? And that's fucked up. Like, you know? Like, that shit you pay attention to when you get called at when it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it be small. It's the small shit for me, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know? That's how I see it. What the fuck? Oh man, that's what shit. Hold on. I ain't even show my bitch that. She finna be like, nigga. I'm gonna be like, baby. You want me to say? It's kind of, you know? At least she had know I wasn't lying.
Away hours later. Baby D's murder would be yet another unsolved murder, but online theories have connected Melly to the incident based on 2 main pieces of circumstantial evidence. First, a photo would circulate online of one of Baby D's cousins wearing a long-lived Baby D shirt with an F Melly print boldly placed on the front, together with a picture of Melly. This showing that people close to Baby D indeed certainly seem to consider Melly to be responsible. Moreover, after Melly was killed, D-Thang would reportedly share an Instagram story that seemed to celebrate Melly's death, while implying that anyone who had ever done anything to him had died. He would also tweet after Melly's death how any op who had ever shot at him wasn't here anymore to tell the story. Baby D is often considered to have been Melly's final victim, and unfortunately for Melly, before his life would come to an end, he would have to experience yet another major loss on his side of the war.
Get that off folks' jacket. My nigga Motor, bro.
On the 3rd of January 2019, Melly's good friend Motor, real name Wilbert Morris, was driving with a friend called Side, real name Marcus Clark, on the 5000 block of South Indiana Avenue in the Bronzeville neighborhood, when someone would open fire at them shortly before 1 p.m., hitting one of them in the chest while the other one in the face, killing both at the scene. Motor and Side were from Jaro City, a set who were at the time very close with 051 Melly's 051 Young Money set, the two even sometimes going by the connected name YM Jaro. And personally, Motor was one of Melly's closest friends, his death clearly being one of the toughest losses that Melly had faced in the streets, with Melly swearing that one day he would make those people responsible cry like he had. And once again, if dissing was anything to go by, the usual suspects close to Lil Durk's OTF would begin taking shots at Motor and Side. This time, OTF's younger generation would take the charge, like the rapper Moowop, who would preview a song on his Instagram where he would diss FBG Durk, whose murder he would eventually be convicted of being part of, as well as dissing both Motor and Side with a slick double entendre.
Do from 63rd, couldn't get back up, knock a hold out the sky when we spin rap up.
Niggas taking hits, you know what I'm
No doubt, given enough time, Melly would have claimed yet another victim to avenge the murder of Motor, but given the amount of havoc and destruction that he had caused, even Melly himself likely knew that his days were numbered. Or perhaps he didn't, because during his Instagram live with Bezu, Melly would proudly claim that he was never going to move out of Chicago, and that he was going to live until he was 100, with even Bezu giving him credit for knowing how to move in his hometown.
I'm gonna move to Mexico, man. Start a new life, bro. I'm scared.
Oh, no, I ain't never moving out of Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Facts.
I love it here.
Make it here.
Love it here.
You said make it here.
Sure.
I'm gonna make it. I'm making it to 100 years.
Sure.
I'm gonna be one of the last ones standing.
Yeah, you know how to move. Duck that taco.
No, I ain't ducking my taco. Just so you said it right the first time, I know how to move. I ain't ducking my taco.
You know how to move. I'm gonna give that to you.
Perhaps Melly could have ducked his main enemies like the OTF until he was an old man, but the problem was that Melly had made so many enemies, even he probably couldn't keep count of them all. And so on his last day, Melly would be right where he was comfortable at, attending a party in the hood of Jara City, only a few blocks away from his main enemies like 600 and O-Block. As mentioned, Melly was close with Jara City, but unfortunately, he had also made some enemies amongst the set, because according to later police reports, a witness would reveal that Melly had shot up the house of a Jaro City member called Lil Daryl, real name Daryl Rhyme, which was possibly a retaliation for the fact that Daryl might have been telling on Melly the murder investigation of Lord Dre. These events would lead to a fateful moment in the party, where Melly would allegedly run into one of Daryl's friends called 007 Nate, just as one of the partygoers was filming a video, capturing the chilling last moments of Melly's life on camera.
Man, I just killed y'all.
The police would later check the security cameras of the building, seeing that 007 Nate, real name Nathaniel Hicks, had arrived at the party around 12:30 AM, and at one point he'd even posed at one of the security cameras with his gun, before then allegedly shooting Melly at around 2:45 AM and then running out of the building. Nate would then be identified as the shooter by multiple witnesses, and he was eventually even caught a few days later with the murder weapon still on him. But despite all of this evidence, the state attorney's office would ultimately refuse to prosecute Nate due to the witnesses' refusal to cooperate. In the end, just like Melly had seemingly escaped justice so many times due to the no snitching code that rules the streets, ultimately this code would also make sure that Melly's family wouldn't be receiving any closure after his death. And no doubt, considering how much the Chicago police knew that Melly was terrorizing the streets and taking people out, perhaps there was some sick satisfaction for the cops in just not making an effort to get justice for one of the city's most demonic killers. Ultimately, 051 Melly left one of the most shocking legacies in the streets of Chicago, a certified gang assassin bordering on serial killer with at least 8 rumored murders attributed to him online, and perhaps even more that the internet doesn't even know about. Melly didn't rap a single lyric, but he became...
You can't speak about, you know, Yarmel without saying Richie Jerk. That nigga Richie Jerk lost his mind, you know? Yeah, remember that.
Became famous off the back of his reputation that echoed through the lyrics of more focused and famous Chicago drillers who survived and made music. His dark legacy lives through these songs, the IG posts, Reddit posts and comments, and YouTube documentaries, painting him as the so-called gravedigger of Chirac. But at the end of the day, Melly's story is truly one of a tragic waste of life. What did he really achieve? There's nothing cool or fun about terrorizing your community and taking the lives of promising young people who could have all been doing something better.
I don't want to hear shit that dude's talking about, bro.
With their time. Melly was clearly terrorizing Lil Durk and the OTF and the THF crews. And while it was other people who ultimately had the last laugh, there's no reason. There's nothing cool about being the biggest demon or the biggest killer from your neighborhood. And despite his fearsome reputation as an untouchable killer who everyone was scared of and supposedly knew how to move, Melly winded up getting touched too, getting caught lacking and losing his life in an incredibly unremarkable way that was far from heroic. So, if there's a lesson from this story, it's that there really are no winners in the streets, no trophies for being the top killer, just a shortcut to an early grave and a very big list of sins to answer for when you do reach whatever comes after life. So I hope you learned something from this story and can go and do something positive today. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
You gotta blame Nate. You gotta blame Nate. Big RPHK. Hey, boy, this shit crazy, boy. What the fuck is this? What is that AI ass shit out there, boy? I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of bapping in videos, gang. That's what I'm saying. Like, it be a lot of bapping in videos. You can't, you know, you can't take that shit seriously that you see on the internet. I promise you. You cannot take shit seriously you see on the internet. You can't take that shit seriously, gang. Because niggas be talking like niggas like Traploross don't know nothing. They ain't never did nothing. They be talking, you know? Hey, send the reactions. Hit that super chat, hit that cash up. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? You can't take them niggas seriously, gang. You can't take none of that shit seriously, folks. Don't even pay attention to that shit. Like, this shit right here is like for internet, you know, for the, you know, internet shit, you know. Just for educational purposes, you know? Can't take that shit seriously. If Family dropped that video, I ain't know him fuck with it. They dropped the video already. That's on the west side. That bitch look like a fucking nigga. It was one of these fraternities I wanted to look at. It ain't gonna be today. What the fuck is this? You know, this bitch showing out, don't they? The fucking internet. Boy, them hoes, they gonna find some way to sell them some pussy. I am not mad at them. Yeah, I'm gonna sell some of that pussy. Little bug. Let me see. Chicago so bad though. That's all I can say. He joined the Hoovers just to kill Hoovers. That's funny. I don't know. Hey, y'all, send a reaction in. Let's get it. Fucking Philly ass beats. I hate Philly beats. Ain't nothing to drop heat.
Fuck the devil in my head, the reaper on my back. I jumped out the SIT of the track, trying to catch a hat. I went up 3 souls of just a team, the boys knew I was that. 2 hours down the same week, back to back. What the fuck was that? Cool ass, I got tapped all in his neck. Hell, now I ain't going like that. They know I bust brains, I'm dogging the scat. Got this little ass head top. Now what the fuck was that? We outside round, we back to back. Switch it up, the scatter track, told them fuck 50, now what's next? Smoke on dude, can't go like that. His dumb ass daddy an alley cat. Now roll him up, cause he a pack. Got shot 10 times, no coming back. Fuck the devil in my head, the reaper on my back. I bust brains all through the 6 and back. Just ask the odds about that. Lil dumb ass got caught inside that round, we had to tap his neck. Fuck terror and fuck the trap, we outside trying to catch a hat. Fuck the devil in my head, the reaper on my back. I jumped out the SIT of the track, trying to catch a hat. I went up 3 souls of just a team, the boys knew I was that. 2 hours down the same week, back to back. What the fuck was that? Crew ass, I got tapped all in his neck. Hell, now I ain't going like that. They know I bust brains, I'm dogging the scat. Got this little ass head top. Now I walk real shit, nigga. My dear grandma, bloodhound.
He's the oldie version of Lil Jeff, y'all. He all we got now. He's the oldie version of Lil Jeff. That's just what it is, gang. That's just really what it is. That's just really what it is. He the oldies version. You know what I'm saying? You ever been to Aldi's? Hey, yo. Shout out to my boy Glizzy. No Diddy. That's his name. My boy Glizzy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he hit that super chat cash out, gang, gang, gang. Right? He said my uncle, JJ branded ENT, so official. Is that's a song? If it is, Glizzy, I need you to send $10 more if that's a song. Now I'm gonna look that up. You could be sending a message. Say no dish, but be sending a message. Move it to Z. Yeah, this is the fucking song. Hey, send 10 more, folks. This is definitely a song.
If you ain't shoot with AMF, he's a fucking goofy.
Niggas know who the fuck run it, nigga. Know that. Shorty mom, nigga. Hey, explain to these niggas who run that shit, man. I'm looking forward to
Shorty mob, he ain't even shit. Boy, that's so black, though. He ain't even drink yet.
Well, Lil Will bounce on up on the side with two different gins, all black, no running. Lil Shorty got head all up in the head, she yelled out, stop, Lil Glove, keep down. Walk shit right there with all black Drake, don't run this phone. Check shot his pump, took a nigga that ain't chump for AP watch. We run too fast, had Hawk, we hunt. A block on the map, we out all night. Pop out 2 pipes, about to bring your bun. These niggas be mad, I'm in my bag. We chase shit down like why you run. When you switch on the back top toys, we give out here, look dude, we out here hunt. Fuck 'em up, we up, Lil 30 got caught on the nail, look chat. Keep on running, shit on the block, I'm out 2 Glock. Chase shit for real, tap on his pump. Shorty mom too high, hop out with Charles. This is 300 black, he mad, we come. Fucking on his home, he mad, I gave ass back, little boy, don't do no cut. Stepping on his hill with a micro drink, he yelling out no, but I'm keep dumping. Face shot, leave his little ass slumping. Shot shot, make himself stop running. Pop out damage, yeah, I'm stunning. AP match with my honeys, gon' hit his ass gon' vomit. Pop out black, we out 300 for his chest, but hit his stomach. Chase shit down, there's no more running. When Lil Will bounce, I'm up on the side with 2 different gins, all black, no running. Lil Shorty got head all up in the head, she yelled out, stop, Lil Blood, keep down. Walk shit right down with all black Drake, don't run this phone. Check shot his pump, took a nigga that ain't chump for AP watch. We run too fast, had Hawk, we hunt. A block on the map, we out all night. Pop out 2 pipes, about to bring your bun. These niggas be mad, I'm in my bag. We chase shit down like why you running. When you switch on the back top toys, we give out here, look dude, we out here hunting. Fuck 'em up, we up, Lil 30 got caught on the nail, look chat, he keep on running.
Hey,
if it's not out, we
hell
spend
yeah,
that
Lil
bitch
Jeff
on
used to watch me, bro. I fuck with Lil, and it's funny because I fucked with Lil Jeff before he died. Like I like that little dude. Like I told somebody earlier, like I love Lil Jeff, right? Because I seen a lot of me and my homies and him, no Diddy, right? Right? I see us, like we from the same shit, right? Right? And then when you look back, his name on Instagram and shit used to be Lowski. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Lil Jeff loved me as much as I loved him. You know what I'm saying? So that's funny. So R.I.P. Lil Jeff. And I love that. R.I.P. Lil Jeff, bro. That shit right there is hilarious. That's hilarious. But that's true. R.I.P. Lil Jeff. I love you, shorty.
Times and then we spin outside. Low, how we in on call. Shot the doc, he tryna spin. Bounce out Drake on with my twin. He popped the yerk, now on the spin. Clap him up, then trade my gin. Fuck Dilly, I'm not your man. Went up 3, then pop 3 10s. Fuck your hood and fuck your clan.
You do look Somalian, right?
Break his bone, his big ass 10. Watch him die and still ain't spin.
I told
Call his shots
somebody
right to his chin. We take L's, but still gon' win. Clap up, do it again. When Lil Will bounce, I'm up on the side with 2 different gins, all black, no running. Lil Shorty got head all up in his head.
Alright, shorty.
Walk shit right down with all black Drake, don't run this phone. Check shot his pump, took a nigga that ain't chump for AP watch. We run too fast,
hey, bro.
A block on the map, we out all night.
Hey, the funny part is this, G. Shorty Mob is doing all this work for the ops. Shorty Mob is Black Mob, gang. They just traitors. Hey, it's like Stockholm Syndrome. You get kidnapped and fall in love with your kidnappers. You can't make this shit up. I swear to God, you can't, son. This shit is crazy, bro. It's Stockholm Syndrome, folks. This is Stockholm Syndrome. He said, they remind me of me. They remind me of me. Yeah, bro, now when we was in high school, team straight patch and shit. Yeah? Damn, bro, that's crazy, man. I never really checked Shorty out. I know I just seen his face around, but You know how that shit be. Yeah, I know how that shit be. Hey, Glizzy, send $10 more for. Oh, no, I think he did. My bad, Glizzy. Nah, I played Marc. All right, say that. Hey, boy, let me find out that boy a genie, boy. Hey, boy, help me get that Mega Million. Me and you gonna bust that bitch down in the middle, no diddy. Play Marc. Hold on. Let me get back to where I was at. Okay, so it's not gonna pop up. Okay, well. No worry. All right, which video? Bro, he don't say which specific one. You just going, which one though? Oh, you know what? Let me stop bapping, folks. Send me some shit before that. JJ brain dead, right? There we go.
This is the go, boys.
I remember this song. Okay. I remember this video. This your folks, right?
Nigga, I sleep when I die. Fuck y'all talking about.
This your Uncle Folk. Shout out to folks, man. I remember this video.
Noodles. I got my eyes wide open cause I can't sleep. You know the price of living's high, nigga, it ain't cheap. The way I see it, I might be headed to jail, homie. But I just hope some bitch nigga don't tell on me. I get strong money, that's why they mad at Jay. And they get weekends like Saturday, but plotting I knock a nigga down. Cash is clay. Would I kill a motherfucker is a faggot gay? Yeah, it's like I'm living in a nightmare. And that look like Freddy Krueger standing right there. But I ain't scared, nigga. You don't see no white hairs. If that was y'all are getting flight like Nike Airs.
Y'all already know what it is, man.
You said that's
Boy JJ, aka Martin Fly,
Hey, this video, hey, you took me back with this one, Slimy. I swear to God.
Gang, click, clack, bang in the motherfucking building, bitch. You know I'm fucking on my
shout out to the new knock
on that merch site TVD shit.
Shout out to the new knockers, man.
This is the free Bump J shit. You know what it is? What up, my nigga? Bumpy, what it do? You niggas, you know, like, man, straight up Chicago, you niggas have lost y'all motherfucking mind. You niggas have started all this bad shit y'all on,
bro,
man.
I told y'all,
real shit. Y'all niggas wasn't on that when my nigga was out here. But don't worry about it, man. We still on our goon shit. You know what I'm saying? Definitely repping the East. You know how that goes. Shouts out to all my real niggas. I ain't even got to say your name. You know who it is. You know what I'm saying? But fucking with my man Midnight. Y'all just seeing little video we just did, man. Something small for y'all. Feel me? But if y'all ain't in tune to what's going on, brain dead is the shit. We taking over. Y'all missing in action and y'all missing out if y'all ain't fucking with us, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't fucking with Midnight, if you ain't fucking with us, you lose it. You know, if y'all ain't up on this is 126 of the game, volume 1. In the streets. JJ. This is finna be over. Sean Matt Youngest. Shout out to Sean Matt. Mixtape. You see that? Featuring Bump J.
Oh, man.
You understand? This ain't no made up shit. We don't do that old makeup shit that you motherfucking artists out there doing, man. This real shit, man. You know, we ain't start fucking with niggas for this music. You know, y'all niggas start meeting niggas on some hood shit from writing songs. Hey, we been out here doing this shit, man, but free my nigga Bump J, go get this Sean Mack. Got Buzzy shit, the rough draft, Buzzy Perez. It's one of them niggas. Y'all already know the team, man. Just stop paying attention. Y'all know what it is, man. We got motherfuckers on here. We got niggas like P. Jericho. You know, if y'all don't know who P. Jericho is, man, y'all start following Drake. Y'all love Drake so much that y'all start following Drake shit. Y'all know who P. Jericho is. But we definitely got P. Jericho on the track, you know what I'm saying? You know, but it is what it is, man. We the motherfucking niggas. Brain dead new. Now, I ain't gonna talk to you niggas ear off, but keep it real. Snitches get stitches. Free Bum J. Click clack. Kill your mama before you fuck with us. Blah!
What Shorty said. Yeah, tougher than New York niggas. Read other reports. 2016 was busting. 2016 was busting, I ain't gonna lie. 2016 was busting. I was in and out that bitch, but like, damn. A nigga didn't catch a break. A nigga did catch a break though, but you know. It's one of them if you know, you knows, you know? Oh man. If you know, you motherfucking know. Them niggas still doing reactions. That's dope.
Hell shit, bitch, I'm hard as hell shit. My niggas in the field, toe still, bitch, get killed quick. Now I'm rich as fuck, now I used to steal shit. Now I'm going crazy.
Well, nah, but they ain't finna copyright us, boy, like that, boy. Ain't that super chat at that cash app? Let's get it. See the reaction, y'all. Let me see what's another one I like. The songs I want to play, I know gonna get copyrighted. You know what? Might be a way around that. He's what? You got a new song? Lewis still making music.
Me and two freaky hoes in one room. Come soon. Sucker try to touch me, then that gun boom. Sun doom. Shit could get real, it ain't a cartoon. Pop boom. Ever acting awkward.
Let me hold on. Let me rewind what he just said. Let me get this food real quick, right? I go to the door and get this food real quick, right? But I want to know who just caught that line and know what he meant. I want to know who caught that line. If y'all don't know it, I'm going to break it down for you. Sorry it took so long, y'all. They delivered it to the wrong fucking address. I had to walk to the other address, by the way, and get my food. And they shorted us. Like, what? Bullshit, gang. It's really bullshit. I swear. I'm talking to these people. I'm finna play the video on. Now check this out though.
Me and two freaky hoes in one room. Come soon. Sucker try to touch me, then that gun boom. Sun doom. Shit could get real, it ain't a cartoon. Pop boom.
Now, when King Louis got shot, he got shot by G-Ville. You know what I'm saying? Right? And in retaliation, Cartoon from G-Ville was allegedly killed. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So if you listen to that line, that line speaks volume.
Me and two freaky hoes in one room. Come soon. Sucker try to touch me, then that gun boom. Sun doom. Shit could get real, it ain't a cartoon. Pop boom. Ever acting awkward with a goblin. Dagoon. 223s and banana clips for a baboon. Think it's sweet, pop a nigga quick. Calhoun, shorty slutty, she just wanna suck me. Valcume, if you can man down the clown, why won't take a cat with life when them slugs get that harpoon? Electric sliding the windows, crack the bud, leaving car fumes. Gun for a 20 V1, pop your balloon. Shorty got a bomb on the top. Kaboom, TNT a pussy nigga block if he won't smoke. Cap turn a goofy to a pack. Good dope, stain gang, all they know is jacket. took coke. Certified hustler, I can sell no a little note. Afternoon niggas get jammed and they hit notes. Cutting up via water, bitches driving boats on big boats. She just tryna link up and go down on me. Throw gold, open his a fuck up a family tree. Pipe down, I heard them hoes was straight, but since they with me, yeah, they by now. She gon' eat her buddy while I crack her, go ahead bend over. Boys from the rack, them hoes ain't shot, they getting that wind blower. Hot body still standing after I been ran over. Catch it at your hat out laying low and make you.
Remember I told you he got ran over in G-Ville, right? He got ran over by Con G-Ville years ago. He used to live in G-Ville, you know what I'm saying?
Lay lower, try to stay and you could lose your life, that mean you pay more. Free these hoes be doing shit for me, these niggas pay for. These open hits could remain in the clip or in your Facebook. Mimosas OTC band, I got tests for our passports. It's cold outside, but I got a Hellcat inside my car hard. The last day they had to press a button to make my car start. Zero how we rockin', we was hollis when we crack cars. Get on beats and kill shit, I just might call this track that bars. Niggas really trash, since I got class, I call them garbage. Marc, I got a crib, I'm in the crib, it's in the garage. Bullets that I throw, you don't want catch, but you sure should dodge. Me and 3 bitches, it's an origin, not a menage. Never been a phony, but I really grew up on fraud. Who you bank with was my slogan, ask with a smile. Let a parent play with me, I'll have to bath to the child.
Lewis was really talking that shit, though. I ain't gonna lie, he was really talking that shit. I don't know what they did to make that nigga come out of retirement like that, but, you know, he really, what y'all do to Mr. Johnson? I don't know what they did to Mr. Johnson, boy, but, I don't know. They got him on that shit again.
When you see us,
Painkiller.
you know we're in business.
What you know about pain? What you know about rain? What you know about staying sane? What you know about? What you know about bullets close range? What you know about pain? What you know about gang gang? Yeah. Hey, I was the one that made them believe us bleed and we was heathens. I was out killing, robbing, hustling, scheming with the demons. I was out hugging the block, it's hot, I'ma post on that bitch regardless. Wartime, stood up and hop in the car, I was in the one, popped his noggin. On count, working the streets, let me show you how to empty the clip, just give it 4 taps. Reminisce, never did this shit for an image, I'm really like that, boy. I seen friends become your enemies, I never liked that, boy. 10 degrees, we ran with a stick of peace like we got a license for 'em. 2014, they snatched me and bro, I was ready to fight that for 'em. Before rap, been went up hats with Max, that's why I bought that charm. Check the facts, anytime they tried to attack, I was standing right there armed. Tracks and cats jump out in all black and set off car alarms. I was getting active back to back, you never meant no harm. Big 4-5 gotta hold your palm under your forearm. Baby AR inside the furry, keep me whooping at the doorknob. Made it out that shit, now my backyard as big as a farm. I was stuck in the rain, snow, sleet, I weathered the storm. Having lunch with my kids at Olive Garden, eating chicken and parm. Game banging hard, couldn't get no sleep, we was going retarded. My gang was smart, would've stayed in school, could've went to Harvard. Do just like Marvel, take this shit right where it started. Now this shit marvelous, take this shit back where it started. We come from pissy hallways and dirty garbage. I bailed my nigga out the cage, spent 30 large. I lost my dog, ain't been the same since we departed. And in your name, we drink shit, hit every target. What you know about pain? What you know about rain? What you know about staying sane? What you know about? What you know about bullets close range? What you know about?
No, they know about that cat.
What you know about gang gang? What you know about gang gang?
Ain't gonna lie, Shorty lost his top. Gang gang. Shorty lost his top.
Gang gang.
Who the fuck Heard thought he was, boy? What? That boy lost his top on that one, gang. Bro, that boy lost his motherfucking top. Boy, alright. I'll tell you. That boy lost his motherfucking top, boy. Herb do it every time. Every time. Every time, folks. I thought I seen that one already. What's no niggas watching no damn tubers? Big 30's drop.
This shit.
Once again, I'm locked in with TP. We finna make a hit.
I really don't say the biggest no more, this shit get no bigger. I had niggas let me down and I put faith in all them niggas. I shot Drake for all them niggas, I spent paper on all them niggas. Every time I'm the driver, I high speed chase for all them niggas. Catch me flow, see Grilly gun, I'm down there 2 inches. From just see her 7500, watch the game or buy a watch. Get the spazzing off them pills, my bitch hate when I'm on bar. My hoe been mad for 3 days, I'm so high, can't get on hard. It ain't too, baby, it's me. I'm just high, baby, on God. Now I gotta.
I bet my bitch felt that one.
And I'm down there 2 inches. From just see her 7500, watch the game or buy a watch. Get the spazzing off them pills, my bitch hate when I'm on bar. My hoe been mad for 3 days, I'm so high, can't get on hard.
I told you, babe, it wasn't just me.
Ain't too, baby, it's me. I'm just high, baby, on God.
I just said, what did I say? Man, look.
Get the spazzing off them pills, my bitch hate when I'm on bar. My hoe been mad for 3 days, I'm so high, can't get on hard. It ain't too, baby, it's me. I'm just high, baby, on God. Now I gotta sober up before I go, gotta let it ride. Fuck you going through my phone for? Hoe, man, your business. Worry about that one that hoe, I swear to God, I got them bitches. Oh, stupid ass hoe, hood eating that bitch. He said he fucked my BM, so I fucked both of his bitches. So one on 300K, picked the up 750. The other one I hit it, cause he thought 30 was tricky. Eventually I hit it and I get a whole penny. Gave a little girl a pink 50, then shot back to the trenches. Yo, right back to the block, the studio in the dope spot. Get to a feature or get served, get a verse or a crack rock. Got a fin spot on 3rd, pill house I walking. I don't give a fuck who twin shot him, he shot him, he shot him. We boxed that boy with that switch, cause we spot him and got him. He tried to lie like he got grade, head top shot. He tried to call his cousin, bitch out the bag on the bladder. Hit the whole car like fuck who got hit, really don't matter. 1 drop, 2 drop, I'm handing out family gather. We both ghosted, but I'm tummy and you is a Casper. I never see you nowhere, literally, where you at, man? I'm in the trenches every day, boy, feet on land. Don't speak on me, I get shit done. He thought I was playing. Boy, you ain't bought him, no way we can go bad for bad. The biggest in the city, richer than they whole committee. You ain't need looking, how the fuck is you gon' catch me slipping? Got footprints everywhere for stepping, we coming through squishing. Speak on my child again on asses, I'm coming up missing. Yeah, pussy, matter of fact, that's on loose. I beef with killers, did my last time responding to Bruce. Fill up $1 million plus, I would never become a useless. Yo, BM at me for security, like where is your shooter? I really don't say the biggest no more, this shit get no bigger. I had niggas let me down and I put faith in all them niggas. I shot Drake for all them niggas, I spent paper on all them niggas. Every time I'm the driver, I high speed chase for all them niggas. Catch me flow, see Grilly gun, I'm down there 2 inches. From just see her 7500, watch the game or buy a watch. Get the spazzing off them pills, my bitch hate when I'm on bar. My hoe been mad for 3 days, I'm so high, can't get on hard. Fuck, nigga. Now let that sink in, nigga. Nigga can't fuck with me, nigga. Like I said, nigga, I'm still $1 million plus up, nigga. I still Mr. 7 car, really 8. I don't count one in my little slider, bitch ass, nigga. You niggas done got more money than my kid, nigga. Quit playing me, little boy, before I break this shit out. And you know what I do with it. I move mountain with this shit, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. You ain't never seen this type of cash I seen. You ain't gon' never see it. Bruce ass, nigga. Shrimp ass, nigga. You a real boy to me, nigga. Don't play with me, nigga. Nigga, you should be scared to talk to a nigga like me like that, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. You a hoe, nigga. I'm a gangster. I'm a pussy.
Talk that shit, Big 30. I don't know who he's talking. I don't see. It's a lot going on with these niggas. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. Because Pooh Shiesty be like the whole CGE is beefing with CGE. So I don't know if he arguing with the nigga under him or if he throwing shots at Shiesty. I don't know. Like in reality, I really don't know. But somebody popping shots. That's for shit show. Boy, he popping his shit to somebody, bro. Hey, yo, hit that super chat, hit that cash up, boy. Some reactions here, let's go. He talking that shit to somebody, gang. Hey, boy, Pooh Shiesty about to come home. Oh, my mama. Shiesty about to come home. Hope they ready. Shiesty coming home, boy. Real soon. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't know. New York don't catch no bodies, bro. They ain't, you know. New York just aggressive. Yeah. You don't do enough killing for me, bro. You know what I mean? Leave the murder gangs to the Midwest. Okay? I know what I'm doing. I know what video I'm doing tomorrow. Okay. But that's what I mean, videos, bro. So much shit I ain't never react to yet, gang. Like, I'm really backlogged in reactions. You know what I'm saying? I'm so train goof ass. Hey, what? Didn't I make a song called They Say? That's crazy. That's real crazy.